It is 10 o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order. We do have a quorum. All 5 members are present. Opening prayer this morning will be by Pastor Jeff Shuckers from the Cooke County Cowboy Church, followed by our pledges led by Commissioner Clement. If you would, please rise.
Father, we're just so blessed and thankful that you can use each one of us in many different ways. We know in the writings of Romans chapter 12, verse 1, we're to offer our bodies a living sacrifice. That sacrifice is to serve you in any way we can, no matter what capacity we serve in our community, our state, or in our businesses. Father, we just pray that you use us to set an example for others, that we always lean on your wisdom. We follow your word to guide our decisions, our paths, and the ways we live. Father, we just want to thank you for everything that we're given in our lives. We want to pray for those that need lifted up, those that need care, those that are struggling. Father, at this time we want to pray so much for our first responders, our teachers, those that serve in our military and armed forces, and those that serve in our government. Father, we want to thank you for all things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. You too. Do we have any public comments?
No,
Anyone
sir.
signed up? No action on item 5. Item 6, recognition of award by Texas Association of Counties Risk Management Pool Workers' Compensation Program for zero lost time in 2021.
Yes, that's me.
So I wasn't really prepared to speak for this. Someone else was going to speak to it, but just want to let the court know that the county did receive an award for zero lost time with workers' compensation for the 2021 year. So very proud of our employees for being safety conscious and taking the initiative to get the treatment they need and get back to work so we don't have that lost time. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to all of our employees. Great year. Anything else on item 6? Anyone? No action on item 6. Consent agenda. The consent agenda includes non-controversial and routine items that the court may act on with one single vote. The judge or commissioners may pull any item from the consent agenda in order that the court discuss and act upon it individually as a part of a regular agenda.
Let's pull O. O is in orange. Or other.
Oscar.
Anybody got anything else?
I just have one on your insurance. Was that for the truck and the barn, or just?
No. It's just the barn.
Wow.
Just the barn.
I don't have anything I want.
I make a motion, we approve this consent agenda excluding O.
Second.
I have a motion to approve the consent agenda and a second from Commissioner Clement and Commissioner Snuggs, less item O. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, 5-0. Item O, deliberate and consider possible ratification of acceptance of surplus items from TxDOT under Physical 2022 Rider Program.
I was just curious where this is all located, or is that what they're grinding up out there by you?
1198,
That's what it is?
yes. And we've got, I don't know how many tons, anybody needs any, they haul it to the,
They're hauling it too. The only reason I asked, I didn't know where it was. I'm going to say, that's going to be a bunch to haul.
yeah, they hauled everything, and
Oh, well,
so if anybody needs any,
no.
holler at us. It's there.
Have fun.
Where's it at?
It's on our county barn lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know where the pile went.
I need a dozen or so loads, but not anytime soon.
It's always there. We got,
Good.
trying to remember how many tons, it was several truckloads.
This says 5,696 yards,
Cubic yards.
which is still a mountain.
Yeah, we got 2 big piles.
Yeah, that's a bunch. I make a motion we approve O.
Second.
Have a motion to approve O from Commissioner Clement, a second from Commissioner Snuggs. Any further discussion on item O? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, 5-0. Item number 8, deliberate and consider possible approval of Treasurer's monthly report for March of 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion to approve Treasurer's monthly report from Commissioner Snuggs, a second from Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, 5-0. Item 9, deliberate and consider possible approval of Treasurer's quarterly report for January through March 2022.
I move we approve the treasurer's quarterly report.
Second.
Have a motion to approve the Treasurer's quarterly report for January through March of 22 by Commissioner Clement and a second by Commissioner Snuggs. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, 5-0. Item number 10, deliberate and consider possible approval of setting spending limit for Cooke County Commissioner Precinct 4 for the remainder of calendar year 2022 for local government code 130.908.
That actually doesn't take effect for next budget, though.
I'm sorry?
It won't be effective until next budget, right? I thought it was the first quarter of next budget.
In the past, this budget cycle always played out that it was the next budget cycle, but you've got it on here now. It sounds like it starts now, so. I know.
No, because you're not going to be Commissioner of Precinct 4 anymore.
Well, I know. I
So
understand.
what y'all always do is the remainder of this budget to spend and then
Yeah,
a
that's what-
quarter of next budget.
That's what he's saying.
Okay. That's the way the statute reads.
But
She's right.
because the statute says if they're not renominated at the primary.
Well, no, that's not either what you're saying. You're saying it starts now. He's saying it used to be that whether it was a county judge or commissioner, they spent out the current budget.
And that's how y'all always stated, spend out the current budget
Yeah.
and a quarter of the next budget.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine, but that's not the way I recalled it.
Well, that makes, you're saying the same thing two different ways. In other words, if the next budget year starts, no elected official can go below half the budget. You can only spend a quarter of it. I get to spend, you get to.
October, November,
Yeah,
December.
yeah.
Yep.
So you're both saying the same thing, just a different way. But that's a state law. When did they enact that? Forever ago? No.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
looked at it.
It's always been that way.
but I
Motion,
mean,
I
that's the
guess.
statement that y'all always made is the rest of this budget and a quarter of the next budget.
I make the motion.
Have a motion to approve the spending limit for Precinct 4 for the remainder of calendar year 2022 by Commissioner Arndt.
Second.
Have a second by Commissioner Snuggs. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it, 5-0. Item 11, deliberate, consider possible approval of spending limit for Cooke County Judge for the remainder of calendar year 2022 for local government code 130.908.
Move to approve.
Have a motion to approve the spending limit for the calendar year the remainder of the calendar year 2022 for Judge Steve Starnes by Commissioner Hollowell.
Second.
second by Commissioner Snuggs. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it, 5-0. Item 12, deliberate and consider possible approval of award for county road oil and emulsions bid fiscal year 22 through 05 to Rooker Asphalt beginning May the 1st, 2022, and continuing for 6 months with two optional 2-month renewals. Anybody want to speak to that?
It didn't get any cheaper, did it?
Just do the math on it, and I'm curiosity, but
5,500 gallon loads, it says. What a bid. Is that the only bid? Is that the only bid we received?
Yes.
so $5,000 a truck,
How much?
5,000
or 23?
21,750 a load.
But we don't have a choice, move to approve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second.
Sorry.
I have a motion to approve county road oil bid for physical 2022 through physical 05.
I did speak to Wright at the conference this past week, Shelley. They got a distribution, I think, out of Brownwood, and they bid on it in the past, but they missed it this time. What
Out
the
of
deal?
Brownwood?
Brownwood. I mean, what we're getting now, some of it was coming out of Vega, so, I mean, if they can get it here and it be warm, it'd work. Doesn't matter.
Okay, I have a motion to approve item 12, county road oil bid from Rooker Asphalt for fiscal year 22 through 05, commencing May the 1st of 2022 and continuing for 6 months with two optional 2-month renewals. From Commissioner Hollowell and a second from Commissioner Snuggs. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, 5-0. Item 13, deliberate and consider possible approval of budget amendment for jail moving salary fund to extra help and overtime. Anybody have any insight on this?
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. I'm Lieutenant Irvin with the Cooke County Jail. The reason we are respectfully requesting this move is at one point in time throughout this budget year, we've had up to 7 openings for jailers. During this time, we've had to cover extra manpower off in the kitchen as directed by jail standards from last year. And while we have modified our kitchen manager's schedule to cover to where she's coming in now on holidays, she is still off on weekends, so we have to have extra manpower come in and cover the weekend shifts while they're preparing the food. In addition to that, we have 2 out on medical leave. Currently, we have 4 openings, so each shift has up to 9 officers on the shift, so just with that, we're looking at 6 openings right now, counting the 2 out on medical leave. So we're just about 1 shift worth of officers short at this point. And then if you have any officers calling in sick or whatever, then you have those spots you have to fill as well. Those are the reasons that we are respectfully requesting this budget amendment be approved.
Thank you. Any further questions?
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion to approve by Commissioner Hollowell and a second by Commissioner Snuggs.
Can we have a discussion?
Sure.
So are we getting prisoners in? Is this going to affect any of that? There's transfers? We talked about getting,
Getting any from Grayson
are
County?
you getting any from Grayson County? Are you going to have trouble with that if you're short?
We've been still having to call bodies in with
Yeah.
that.
So
I
it's
believe
not
right now
gonna-
we have 8 from Grayson County that are currently in our facility.
So it doesn't matter, it's not going to matter? Okay.
Right, we would still have to have the same amount of people in, whether Grayson County's inmates were there or not.
All right.
The overhead stays the same even with the Grayson County by jail standards. You have to have X number of people for each pod, correct?
Regardless of,
Yeah,
Well, that
regardless of the
overhead,
number of inmates.
that overhead stays the same, I understand that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any further questions? I have a motion to approve by Commissioner Hollowell, a second by Commissioner Snuggs to accept the budget amendment for jail salary funds to extra help and overtime. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it, 5-0. Item 14, deliberate, consider possible actions regarding Main Street parking lot. I think everyone has a packet of all the options that are available to us. Option 1 or 2 are additional options that we wanted to see from the workshop that we had. Totally, there are 6 different options. We can either choose an option or ask for additional input or thoughts.
What's the difference between 1 and 2 that I'm missing?
Sidewalk,
Oh, the sidewalk width,
yeah.
7 foot.
One of them has a 5-foot sidewalk, one of them has an 8-foot sidewalk.
personally, I think we could rule out those that have the 90-degree parking. I still think the angles in the main parking area is going to be better.
Which one?
The ones with the 90-degree parking or the...
Yeah, I agree. Item 3, 4,
Option 1 is one of them, looks like, and option 2, I'm looking at the bottom right hand. Oh, okay, y'all are looking at numbers at the top, I'm looking at the option 1 and 2.
okay, yeah.
Well, what this says, though, both of them have 5-foot sidewalks, but one of them has a wide, 1-foot wide retaining wall along the sidewalk with a guardrail.
Which one are you looking at?
That's the first one.
On the sheet, number 1 on the sheet at the top right-hand
Yeah.
corner? Okay.
But if you look at item number 2, instead of having the retaining wall, they have added another 3 foot to the north side of the sidewalk. See where the green line extends to?
I don't have a green line. Mine just says proposed 5-foot sidewalk.
It does. That was an error on their part. The sidewalk actually goes all the way to the dark line on yours.
Okay.
I don't have anything in color, so.
I don't either. Yeah, this doesn't say that, so.
Kathy's trying to save ink, I think. Yeah. Cost savings initiative. Yeah. Good job, Kathy. And we don't have to accept any of these proposals. I mean, my personal opinion is I like number 1 because you have the 33 foot, and I'm not a real good driver. I need the extra footage to get in and out.
And that would be with the 1-foot wide retaining wall and guardrail. All right.
And the motorcycle parking. I
And the
guess.
motorcycle parking.
Of course, I guess we still have to ask permission from the city to get the 2 curb cuts.
Yes, I think that even after we accept the proposal, I think that there's quite a bit of work that they're going to have to do from an engineering standpoint to get it all approved.
I'll make a motion, we go with the first one if everybody wants to. You all want to go, I don't want the straight-in parking, I like the slant.
Yeah.
And I think you ought to have the guardrail with the, so I'll make a motion with, that would be item number 1, right?
Yes, sir.
1.
Up
This
in
one.
the upper right-hand corner.
Did not say option 3A.
Option 3A in the lower right-hand corner.
It all depends on which part you're
Which
looking at.
number you're looking at, yeah.
Yeah.
You make the motion, Leon?
Yes, to approve option 3A, which is sheet number 1.
I'd second that. I mean, if we
Have a
if we
motion.
need an action on it, but, and the motion is to take this back now for
Yes.
bids and stuff of that nature,
To
right?
approve this design.
Yeah, to approve, yeah.
That's what we're doing.
To move, yeah.
I have a motion to approve option 3A, sheet 1 from Commissioner Clement, and a second from Commissioner Hollowell. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it, 5-0. Item number 15, deliberate and consider possible action regarding the Crest Building.
There's nothing new.
Nothing new.
Still waiting on them to come back with a couple more little details before we bring it all
This is
to the
Icon.
court.
Yeah,
Icon.
they're still working on the elevator thing. The elevator's going to be fine if they can get an automatic closing door, and they're still, I don't think it's going to be a problem, but they're going to make sure that's all buttoned down before
Good. So we'll take
we do anything.
no action on item 15. Item 16, deliberate and consider possible action regarding county radio communication system.
Probably the highlight for the week is the long-anticipated generator has arrived. Leon's group brought us out a 5x10 pad to put the propane tank on. Propane tank was supposed to be placed out at Rice Avenue on the 27th. They were going to start the tower construction today, and I don't know about the rest of it. We've got 5.5 inches on the east side, so probably going to delay that just a little bit. I think that's about it for updates.
Any other discussion on item number 15, the Crest Building?
Oop.
I'm sorry, item 16, radio communication. No other discussion. We will take no action on item 16. Item 17, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding annex. Is Rick in here? Rick, do you have any additional information other than our meeting with them last Wednesday?
No, not really. We're proceeding as they get material.
Yeah. A little bit of a slowdown is availability of materials, and we kind of expected that. And I think the completion day now is scheduled for July, if I remember correctly. They are going to stop work during early voting for both elections. And I don't have any other information. Rick, do you have any?
We're trying to schedule a time to cut through thick wall,
Yeah.
talking about doing it at night. But we're not sure when they're going to do that yet.
There'll be a lot of noise associated with
A lot
that.
of noise and a lot of dust.
Okay. Anybody have anything else on the annex? Any further discussion? And we'll take no action on item 17. Item 18, deliberate and consider possible action regarding various grant funds.
I received notification that Precinct 4, PW 305, should be receiving a payment $12,714.43, and $58,699.46. So that will be 75% of that PW. And the closeout document is on the agenda to sign. And so we submitted County Road 460, and you won't get paid for that one.
Yeah.
Also was notified PW 1030 for Precinct 3. A partial payment of $11,463.38 should be coming, with a note that says, due to incomplete documents related to labor and lease rentals. And that they will submit the remaining when the outstanding items have been submitted. I haven't been asked for anything, so I don't know what that's about.
Okay, so we have a couple of actions we need to take here, correct?
Yes, please.
Authorizing judge to sign closeout form for PW 0401 and PW 0305.
Which one's 401? I get those two confused. That one's been completed for a while, and they're finally,
Yes,
they're finally just first getting the closeout document.
Yes.
All right. That, I wanted to make sure.
that one's been paid out for a
Yeah,
while.
that's what I thought. All right. Go ahead, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure I clarified that before we got
Okay.
too deep into the weeds.
We just need an authorization for the judge to sign closeout forms PW 0401.
Need a motion?
Yes, sir, and PW 0305.
Make a motion that we authorize you to sign the closeout documents for PW 0401 and PW 0305.
Second.
Have a motion to authorize judge to sign closeout forms PW 0401 and PW 0305 by Commissioner Clement, a second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, 5-0.
They give you any timeline when the check will arrive?
No, I asked the treasurer on Friday if they were in the bank. I got these on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and the money wasn't there yet, but I imagine it'll be this week.
Oh, okay. That would be nice.
So I'm still working on the FEMA 2020, the expenses were through April, so the reporting is due in July. I got that email last week. Still working on CTIP. The elections grant, a report was due the end of March. We didn't have any expenses because we just have recently put in a PO for the
12 express votes.
express votes. Couldn't think of the name. So when we purchase those, then I will go in and put in the final invoice, and that will close that grant out. And the American Rescue, I got an email on Thursday letting me know that the second tranche was coming. And that that it won't be paid out any earlier than 12 months after the first payment, but to go into the portal and make sure everybody that from 12 months ago is still here, and make sure the banking information is still the same, and to get ready to draw it down. So well, I did get the email, and it's as far as I know.
Good news.
We're gonna get our second payment.
And we can still use that to pay the radio communication stuff?
From what I understand, that everybody is, I have a webinar at 1 o'clock today, that because we are under the 10 million and we did the lost revenue and we're going to report everything under government services, that we can spend it basically on what we would normally spend on government services, that yes, we could spend it on.
So
Yeah.
if we chose to do that, reimburse that, and actually fund our premium pays out of it, it's consumed.
Pretty much. If that's how you choose to do it.
So when we're getting asked, that's something to keep in the back of our mind.
Sure. Good idea.
So, I mean, and that's going toward infrastructure, so should be a good investment. County infrastructure.
What other infrastructure type items could we spend it? I think it said roads even, didn't it? Yeah.
I think it
Pretty much anything you want to, yeah.
They've opened
You just
it up.
can't put it towards pension.
Yes.
Pay off debt.
There was something else. There was one other biggie. What was it? Pension?
Pension debt and.
My point is, the county could pretty much consume it.
Because you're
County
calling it
service.
government
Yeah.
services.
Yeah.
And you don't, I don't have to break it out into projects, from what I'm hearing. So I'm gonna watch that webinar at 1 o'clock.
But that simplifies the process of paperwork for you.
Yes, very much so. Since original, yeah, which is great.
But I mean, if we reduce our considerations also.
Yes, very much. And you got the report on your barn?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and will you send me updated salaries, benefit numbers for
I
CTIP?
will, but I haven't done it yet. I owe them to you in precinct 2.
We're about to start back.
The audit has,
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't have anything else to do.
the audit's about to wear me out, yes.
What are you looking for, Gary? I couldn't hear you.
You know, she sends us the updated salaries. You know, I've had some new employees since the last time we were working on the CTIP project.
Yeah.
The new employees and the current salaries.
Current salaries, yeah.
Well, I keep precinct 3 and 4
Because they've got ongoing stuff.
because they're
Yeah.
still doing their roads, but I
You don't have
haven't caught y'all up.
I got you.
I've done one CTIP road, but it was prior to, and salaries not have changed, so I need that to update my worksheets. Thank you.
I got caught by the train, I apologize. So was there anything in consent that was pulled?
Well, we pulled, but then took an action on O to accept.
I just was wondering where the wrap was. It was
Okay.
nothing.
So it was all approved. Anything else on grants? Item 19, adjourn.
Make that motion.
Yeah.
Have a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Snuggs and a second by Commissioner Clement. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it. We are adjourned.